Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I
Oh, this is perfect music to come back into. Good evening, everyone. We are having a very extreme look today because we are playing Vampyr. A game presumably about being a vampire that I'm willing to bet is going to make us feel bad about killing people, even though killing people is fun. Anyway. So, I have played a little bit of this game, so I kind of know what I'm getting into. It's an RPG, you're a vampire, you run around. I think there's like a... Oh, here you get a nice, like, bonus if you don't kill people, if you do a pacifist run. Except if I recall correctly, it's like, if you kill main characters, that's bad, but if you kill, like, the nameless goons, that's something else. And so it's a little like, okay, fuckers. Anyway. I'm getting distracted. So, that is what we're doing today. I hope everyone has had a lovely week so far. Welcome to Friday. You're free for the weekend, assuming you don't work on the weekend. And if you do work on the weekend, I'm so sorry. Please rise up. So, we are gonna... I'm gonna have to stop the music. Goodbye. We are going to have to... there we go. Hop along into... Where the heck is that? There we go. We are going to fly along into the game. Because vampires can turn into bats and fly. In some variations. There we go. Why do I have a yellow border around mine? Is it because of Streamlabs? I bet it's because of Streamlabs. Oh, hell yes. Streamlabs, are you doing... Even if based on proven medical knowledge from 1918, Vampyr sometimes take liberties when establishing possible links between scientific theories and supernatural creatures for theatrical purposes. In other words, do not try to cure any diseases with any of the recipes shown in this video game, and no rats were harmed during the making of this game. But we're your developers. In Vampyr, every action you take can have consequences. Take responsibility for your actions. Boo! I want to play consequence-free violence games. Alright, let me see. Why is there a thing I can check? Wait, what did that do? I don't know what that is. Everything else should be good. Okay, well, now the yellow border is gone for me, so... right. Oh, I played in 2019? Holy heck, okay. It was a while back then. Story mode. Combat is very easy. There is no reward for finishing this mode without killing any citizens. Yeah, we're going with story mode. The more lives you take, the easier... What?
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner.
It's strawberry
One
milkshake,
prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis
Good.
perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence.
Good.
Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death? Pending.
Welcome to MySpace in the 2000s. I'm sorry. Hi, Helena. I have no idea which they mean.
Since the apple was plucked
from the
Oh,
sacred
gracious glory
tree.
be. Alright.
Mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
I would assume they mean London because the city of London is a separate entity that just so happens to be surrounded by London the city. Wow, okay. What are y'all doing in England over there? Actually, you're not, are you? I have no idea. Anyway, what is England doing over there? Let's put it that way. Better phrasing. Is this the part where I murder my sister? Spoiler alert. I mean, it's in the opening cutscene. I don't know how much of a spoiler alert that is. Actually, it's a consequence of the Roman colonization of Britain. Of course it is. Oh, Britain feeling the effects of colonization now, ho-ho! Mmm, tasty, tasty blood. Slurpy, slurpy.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Okay. Hi. Can you? Oh. Oh wow. There's just an. Okay. You're gonna kill your sister whether you like it or not, fuckeros. I love the Akira-like soundtrack.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary!
Does she have a tattoo? No, I guess that's her dress.
Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. Mary. No.
Built a trading post on the Thames River called Londinium after the Roman Empire collapsed. Londinium became very rich, so some rich nobles got jealous and made their own city called Westminster just up the river from Londinium. Okay.
This horror. It's a nightmare.
Okay. Real quick before we get super into this. One, this game has gotten a lot of praise, and I'm pretty sure it's gotten praise from people I actually like, respect, and like. So I'm not gonna diss anyone's opinions or whatever. I'm sure it is actually a very good game. However, I am very tired of emo white boy vampires, and that whole thing of like, oh, it's so awful that we have to live forever. I'm like, okay, I have a theory, and I came up with it just now, so this is completely like unfounded and untested. But bear with me, I have a concept in mind. The concept that this whole, like, living forever thing, and we're like, oh, woe is me, I must live forever, and I cannot embrace the sweet release of death. It's like, this is a very kind of privileged standpoint of, like, just stay with me here for a second, but it feels very much like, especially when you have a white male protagonist, of having it be like, oh, I am a white man who has never struggled, and I must just keep living, and I live such a long life, and oh, it's so awful. Meanwhile, a lot of minorities are like, my dudes, I would fucking love to have more years to do stuff. Just a thought. Anyway, we'll get back to the old MySpace profile, man.
Please, a moment, let me explain.
What would... Okay, wait, what would your explanation be, out of curiosity?
These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot. This is a nightmare.
Okay.
I need to get out of here.
Thank you for narrating for me,
This can't be happening.
I guess.
No, please, stop.
Wait, one of those
I mean,
vermin.
you know
Okay, so
harm.
vampires are commonplace?
What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Broke, emo vampire mourning that they can't die. Woke, Victorian lady vampire using their powers to seduce young maidens, basically! Or it's things like... I don't know, just... more interesting stuff. Like, I feel like there's better tales to tell than just like, oh, woe is me, I am a hunted vampire. It's like, could you not tell a story of, like, a female vampire who's, like, a revolutionary and using her immortality to, like, better the oppressed minority groups? Just like, oh yes, I'm such a high society lady, let me sip on your blood with this delicate little straw while I steal all of your money and give it to a good cause. Something, just... Anyway. I can dream. It's fine. I don't want to blame this game in particular, it's just, there's just kind
Who
of...
are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Anyway.
No, please, stop! Who are you? Watch it! What do you want?
I put too much mascara on my eyelashes and they are sticking together.
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in guts?
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me.
Okay.
The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. It's locked. Let me go!
I suppose we could jump, but no, why would we be able to climb that?
I need to find shelter.
It's locked, okay.
Is anybody there?
Can you say?
What is this place?
An abandoned house! What? Whatever.
The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Okay. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Oh god. I have to do a cutscene every time I want to pick something up and look at it. Is that you and Mary? Yeah, apparently.
Brother. What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Game, I was right there. That was your opening cutscene. You made me sit through it. I know it. Anyway, okay, this is fine. Whatever. Actually, better one. Broke, emo vampire mourning that they can't die. Woke, vampire mourning that they can't keep their loved ones from dying.
Wait,
Well, I mean, that's pretty common
this
too,
one's
but
dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
not common, I guess, but...
Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities.
You know, fair
What's
enough.
this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Why? Still better than mourning that they can't. Yeah, that is a very true point of just like the whole like, oh woe is me, I'm a sad vampire. I'm like, look, either do something interesting with it or just fucking pick a different story.
The sun is high. I cannot leave now. Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Okay.
I still have so much left that needs doing.
Okay. Or did we find another gold watch? Did he shoot himself? Or like... Sorry, I am paying attention to the game. I just, during cutscenes, I get really
Johnny, this one's lost.
distracted.
We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Okay.
No, it never got easy.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we're just not gonna read that. That looks neat and sad. Boo. Sad face. go to... Oh, I can only climb into bed from this side, apparently.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Sure. Quick game! I don't want to be mean to this game, I really don't, but this is the most boring kind of protagonist. I hate him already! I really hope he gets more interesting. The guy in the chair was looking down the barrel of his gun when he had a heart attack, then a friend in the room tried to help and splattered the ketchup sandwich all over the wall. Oh yeah, obviously. Guts my guts for sure. Yeah, it's...
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Mad as it is, as mad as the moon, obtains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Hideout beds allow you to evolve and rest, spend experience. Okay. I don't think I have any. Autophagy? You drain your own blood into heal normal aggravated damage instantly. Wait, what? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. What? How does that... Okay, sure. Okay. Aggressive skill. Claws, blood spear. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. How much blood do I even have? Okay. Oh boy.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Have you considered closing the door behind you? No, why would...
Mr. Leach. Here!
My head's spinning.
Why are vampires so common that there are just
Come out, you coward!
all these vampire hunters?
Clever fucking beast.
Can be used by pressing. Okay. Cool. Can I explore? Are they gonna come after me in just a second here? Yeah. Door has
I'm
been
still
locked.
in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go.
Oh, for God's sake. Press something to use. Okay. A used steak. It comes pre-bloodied. It makes it. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Stun enemy can be bitten.
vermin!
Okay.
strength I never knew I had.
Ah! Okay, Jesus. Alright. I'm glad they just stand there and, like, let me.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Okay. Kind of a... Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, that's a big guy! Shit, fuck.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
No, really? What gave it away? Was it the part where we, killed our own sister by drinking her blood? Okay. I shouldn't be mean to the game. It's not a bad game, he's just a very boring protagonist, and I hate having to play men. I don't always hate having to play men, but this is just like, this is a very boring man, and I bet I can't even make him gay. Like, what's the point? If you're gonna make me play a man and you're not gonna let me kiss other men, why am I even here? Really? Oh, I missed that. Your king and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. Cool. Your enemy is... Okay.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
But not me, like... I mean, I'm gonna wangst about it, but, you know. World War I looks like Victorian London.
Dizziness from the jump.
Guns.
I can now control it.
Okay. Just like that, huh? Okay, sure. Money, money, money. I got money in my... I keep wanting to say, money in my tummy, because I keep thinking of the song, yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy, and I feel like I'm loving you. And it's like, don't, no.
What will London have to say to me?
Are you not, like, are vampires just common in this world? Because you're not,
so many questions.
You're not really, you're kind of just taking this in stride. It's very, okay. It's, I don't know how common the lore or mythos of vampire was in the olden times. I'm not sure how how common it was to just know stuff about vampires. But it's like, it feels like this is like someone where vampires are pop culturally popular today, but in Victorian times. And so it's like, you're just kind of, you're really taking this well. Like, I mean, you're being emo and angsty, but you're taking it weirdly well. You know? Just like, okay, sure, we're just a vampire now. Cool. Ah, cutscene time.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Is there not like a war or a plague or something going on? Like, there have been dead bodies, like, everything is awful. Yeah, there's... Common enough to have an anti-vampire police force full of people during a war, but not common enough for a person to understand that they are a vampire. Yeah, it's like...
The man has been drained of
I guess
blood.
I guess it's a cult,
I can still
but
smell the scent of it.
I'm guessing it's the vampire hunters are a cult, but
I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Or another vampire. I'm assuming there are, like, a lot of them, because...
Fresh blood.
There's an entire anti-vampire police force. You know? Like, you're probably not it, dude.
Where has everyone gone?
They got eaten by vampires, or they joined the anti-vampire police force, you know? Check my map? Oh, gosh. Okay, hello. Local investigation. Endangered citizen. Is this... Oh, is this another sandbox game? Oh, heck.
At last, a little life.
You are covered in blood, my guy.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
It's just, I just walk in and I'm like, I'm covered in blood. I obviously have a bullet hole in my chest, and it's just like, that is none of my fucking business. Do you want something to drink?
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what?
Yeah, no, I'm not
Bad shit
criticizing the
happens out on
bartender
the
for
foggy
that.
streets, and I never go outside.
Let's see.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
You let me walk. I am covered in blood. Like, you let me walk in here when I look like this.
Trying to get out of this bullshit.
Like, look at me. I am covered in so much. Wait, why do I have more blood on my chest than on my back? My sheets were stained with blood, and I was lying on my back in them. Whatever.
Damn it. I think drink.
Good evening, sir.
Excuse me.
I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Thank you.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
The what?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Okay. Blood is okay, being gay is a no-no, though. Yeah, it's like... And they didn't even ask me for payment, like, right off the bat. Like, if I came in looking like that, and... If someone came in looking like that, and I were a bartender, I'd be like... Cool. You can pay up front, right? Because that's a lot.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Alright, fair enough.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
How do I stop from running everything?
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Hello.
Sir. Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I
Get
don't
out of
know.
this bar faster.
Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every
I'm pretty
morning.
sure it is too, honestly.
Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
The ancients? What?
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd
Wait.
seen the last of it.
Syphilis?
Dozens dying
No.
every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing.
That's not the Spanish flu.
There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Why would someone in the British Empire say that it is a free country? Because this game was made by Americans.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle.
Dude, can
I'm the
you just
barmaid
like
here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
chill? You are...
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
What? How do I make you walk instead of just jerkily running everywhere? Like that.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
What?
I need a word. Anyone.
Were you not talking to a vampire earlier? Okay.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Edgar Swansea. Healthy. Oh. Okay.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree.
And covered in blood.
So please, indulge me.
Someone
I don't think so.
is
I think it's
molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
chock full of vampires.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Oh,
Then
really?
the feeling is mutual.
Is it the blood? Is it the blood covering me? I bet it's the blood covering me.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No.
Oh, I'll just go home then and not come out during the day.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I don't know yet.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Okay. Just... Okay, I guess I can't. What's the point of being a vampire if I can't be a running, jumping, climbing trees vampire?
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
Not long ago.
Someone must know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
That was a really creepy thing to say, my dude.
Bishop, he came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin, his hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
You just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about them. This is or something. Someone related to them. Okay. Tom and Will Bishop used to be good friends. Oh. Cool. Does the Vampire need human blood to evolve? The blood quality bar indicates the XP you'll earn if you feed on the citizen. Unlocked, hence do the thing. Okay. Cure with treatment for fatigue.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
I should just run as far away from this place as I
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
You can force a citizen to reveal information thanks to a hint you have discovered. Blue prompt. Okay. This is such a weird... That can't make... Yeah,
Tom,
you know...
talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Wow, that was...
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I think he was trying to bring you outside to kill you, my guy.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I mean, you let me... Okay. It's fine. Okay. Where am I going? Hideout. Okay. I guess down this way? Yeah. Wait. Okay, that's the inn. Where's the hideout? Is the hideout over? No. The hideout is... Shit. This building? Not that door. This? No. Oh. I have to... You just found a new hideout. Here you can spend your XP while resting or craft items at the workbench. Oh my goodness. I can craft items? Oh, I didn't read that. Oh well. Glass vial, quinine, ferrous tartrate, sodium. Okay. Wait, recyclable. Cool. Can I rest? Let's take a nippy nap. I actually have no, do I have? Increase. I have no. How much blood do I have? Okay, wait. Is that? Do I have 300? Okay. Okay, okay. It's the XP at the top right corner up there. Yes, thank you. Craft a better game. Alrighty. You know, it's not bad. It's not that bad. No, I don't. I want to confirm. It's not so bad so far. It's just there are some things where I'm just like, I in particular am rubbed the wrong way by these tropes. Alright. Can I change my clothes, please? Alright. I think we were going this way? Yeah. I hear a child.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
Britons working together, skilled workers in engineering and kindred trades, enrolled today as a war munition volunteer. As war munition volunteers. Excuse me. Support the men at the front with a plentiful supply of munition. Oh, there's a siren outside. You will not suffer in wages. Get into the factory line and feed the firing line. Catchy. Do I get... Join the Royal Fleet today. Would you like to know more? Ask your nearest recruiting office. I would not like to know more. Fuck you, military propaganda. Howdy!
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
What is he wearing?
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note.
Okay.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Swim? Oh, alright. Just teleport. Oh, opportunity attack. They're down here. Alright.
Over there!
Ranged weapons. Jesus. Equip and press right to use your ranged weapons and inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Beware that your ammo is limited. Don't you know vampires can't get wet? If they do, all their emo makeup comes off. I thought it increased it. Like it starts streaming. Yeah, I guess you can't get too wet. You can only have slightly moist emo boys. Okay. Sorry for that. Alright. Ammo's limited.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Shut that foolish mouth. Never know how come to be wrong back.
Best run along home, sir.
Yep, yep.
I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, you've but one job, and it's to find it.
Oh shit. Fuck.
And find it fast.
It's fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Okay, wait, how do I... Okay. Huh? How do I... Wait. Hold on, how do I equip the ranged weapon again? Vibration, ranged. Use gun on man, yes. C, okay. C? No. T, G. Okay, that didn't help. Controls. Oh, no. That's not useful. Okay, interaction. Shoot. Okay. But you gave me an offhanded... But how do I... Z and C? Huh? Wait, hold on. But how do I...
Best be moving on.
How do I equip a gun? Game! Okay. No, that's the stake again. That's a consumable. That doesn't help me. For God's sake. Don't. Okay. Do I not have ammo for the revolver? Is that why I can't use it? Bloop, bloop. Okay. Yeah, that's still... It's not helpful. Thank you. Okay. Magazine 6. Do you have any... What? Okay. No. I don't want to do that. What hideouts? Workbench? Fine. Whatever. Revolver. Okay. So that's what I have, isn't it? Yeah. So... as it's... Okay, apparently everyone is having problems using the gun. Oh good, it's not just me. Okay. Press V to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. What? You have to equip it in character screen, then press Z, or it says in your character... My character screen. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Pruin Brawler. Some enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. There are 4 types of resistances. Physical, melee and ranged, powers, blood and shadow. Orange indicates medium resistance, red indicates a high resistance. Okay. My character screen? Oh! Wait. Wow. Wow! Okay. Okay. What the f... Oh, shit.
This was bloody leech!
Okay, yeah, I guess we're going with the vampire hunters are murderous psychopaths route, which, fair enough, I guess.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Look at it! Vicious fucker!
Oh, I guess I can't use the... I can't stun them if I've got the gun. Which, fair enough. I guess getting shot with a gun doesn't really stun anybody, does it? Fair enough, I suppose. That's a lot of fucking vampires. Why are there so many? New practices, new tactics, new collectible. What? Okay. Murderer. Anyway. I don't know, man. Getting shot in the face would stun me. You know? Yeah, that's fair. I feel like it's sort of a stun you to death rather than stun you a little bit. Itchy, itchy. I gotta stop scratching. I don't want to eat the rats. I don't want to eat the rats. New hideout. Same as the old hideout, except this one has a body in it. Fancy! Okay. Can I upgrade this? You can upgrade your weapons to a new level with the required ingredients. It will inflict more damage, and you will also gain access to customization slots. Cool beans. Neat. Increase damage dealt, decrease stamina consumption. Let's do that. Actually, can I recycle anything? No, I figured not. Oh, cool. Okay.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust.
Two-handed weapons. Equip a two-handed weapon and press right to use the special ability. The scythe, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack, inflicting having stun damage at timed correctly.
I'll need a drink.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
You don't say.
I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Howdy.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Oh, don't tell me this is the love interest.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you?
What
do you
is a
mean
skull?
by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Okay, so she's gonna be that female stereotype. Okay.
By George
Skulls
and the
is the
Saints,
schools,
you've
basically.
solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Hi. Who? Oh!
Patience, good fellows,
Him,
I've come to
okay.
offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Loot? No, why would there be loot? That's silly. Alright, let's bounce. At dawn we row. Except we're not rowing, it's steam, whatever. I suppose it doesn't particularly matter. They just decided to name them some. Yeah, basically.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research.
And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man.
You were using it for yourself, my dude!
Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, this time scientists are also expected to be religious. True, but he's just like, so this guy not being is the weird one. Oh, well, sure, that was fine, but it was just him being like, ugh, you're using the word vampire, and I'm like, dude, you were also just using the word vampire. Like, fuck's sake.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
You're just gonna make her carry that guy all by herself?
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Okay, well, I'm in different clothes now. Oh, wow, I'm in really fucking nice clothes. Okay. Can I help?
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Okay.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
What? Medical checkup. Press F for details. What?
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Good! I really don't think he cares.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
The blood. No, I don't want to drain him. I want to take him to the hospital. Fuck off. Blood quality indicates how much XP you'll obtain. Fucks. How the blood quality of the mark? Okay. Am I really not able to mesmerize them and lead them out of sight? Wait, I can't take him to the hospital for real? Wow. Fuck you, game. Okay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Press embrace Clay Cox or release him. Embracing Clay will provide massive XP consequences, learning more about citizens.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Take him to the hospital. Take him to the hospital. Take him to the hospital. Take him to the hospital that is literally right behind you! Oh my god.
Did I black out?
Sure. Is he? Okay, I guess he's fine now. He got stabbed repeatedly in the stomach and he's fine.
For the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Okay. Influenza, frequently complicated with pneumonia. To prevent any case of Spanish flu, stay at home.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
In the here? I guess I can't drink from the skulls. Oh, they're behind me. Whoopsie daisy. Oh wait, I can drink from them. Hang on. Did they give me any experience? No. Huh. Neat. Okay. A photograph of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Huh. Well, ghouls, skulls are humans infected with vampire blood, so their blood isn't exactly good. Oh, fair. Yeah, fair enough. I suppose. Oh, bullets. Infectious owner. How do I keep track of the quests that I have? How do I keep track of the quests I have? Do I have a journal, or do they just hang out up there? Okay. This is fine. I recall, people who are humans who have been turned into vampires can drink their own blood, but natural vampires can't drink their own blood or something, something, something. Who knows? I mean, I'm not saying you don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like... The rules are like, who can drink their own blood? And like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Every time, without fail. Where the fuck is the entrance to this fucking hospital? Wait, it's not... No. Wait, where is the entrance to this hospital? Where am I? Oh, it's on the other side of the building from where I am. Alright, fair enough. Locked. Oh wow, is this it? Your city needs you. Every life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the heart of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. Hello.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Alright, fair enough.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Fair enough.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Relieved of her life. Rude!
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Fair enough.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Okay. I'm playing the Oh Sir, the Insult Simulator. I think I've seen that played.
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Neat.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. for our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Ha ha! Ho ho!
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Since you're not afraid...
No.
Do you think...
I don't...
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chiyana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
It's not the best, but I like it. That's cool. Cool. We'll come back later. Ah, stop sitting on your legs because you squeeze all the blood out of your foot and then it hurts. I say that to myself. And then I have to resist the urge to tuck my other foot under my leg. Why am I like this? Crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. Oh, no. Milton runs rackets on some of the Pembroke's patients. Interesting. Everybody dying up in here. In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now. Inquired at the nearest Labor and National. How the frigging heck do I get into this frigging hegging hospital? Okay. Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. Wear a mask, by chance.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor. Come on, I don't have
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Interesting.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Fair enough. Hint required. Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Hurry up.
Fuck, my mouth hurts. Just got up the stairs. I didn't. I'm here. Let's see. Okay.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Oh, fair enough.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Cool.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Strange circumstances.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Wow.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Neat.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Slurpy, slurpy.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
I'm used to working in the war.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
Why are we so aggressive when we use the
We
hits?
must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that.
Ah, fuck.
I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Okay.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Yeah, I call that guy Corby.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Cool. Hints required.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Convinced that Brannigan is overqualified as a nurse. Huh. Neat. Ooh, I found a small bottle. How fancy. Alright, let's see. Find your office on the second...
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Aside from, you know, everybody dying. Ooh. I like these little stairs going up. Anyway. Dr. Swansea. That's his office. A used hacksaw! Woohoo! Cheap bottle of cheap gin? Let's see. In my office.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
What's that? Sure. I guess that's not a readable note. Anything else worth? First, need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. Click on the to analyze components. Regenerate 300 health instantly. Okay. That's neat, I suppose. Okay.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Let's see.
I have so much time now.
Wired. Okay, that's enough. Now you have to hold everything because just aesthetic. Why is it called a hacksaw? You can either hack or saw, not both. You know?
If I'm
Listen.
to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Hello.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Yeah?
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital
No,
are you
that's-
running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor.
Why?
With the
Why was
war
it
and now
so
this epidemic, supplies have
aggressive?
been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Dr. Tibbets, Dr. Strickland, Dr. Ackroyd. Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, I already searched this room. Nothing in there.
Not now.
Yeah, okay, goddamn. Can I go upstairs? Probably not. No, why would I be able to go upstairs? Okay. Let's search the rest of the hospital. That's a door. Hello.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, What are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Okay.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Me.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Right. Cool.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Interesting.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Yes, Doctor?
Oh.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
His facial animations are wild. I love the way she looks constantly uncomfortable. Is that Dr. Tippett again? Yeah. What? What's that?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Fair enough.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always give the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
I don't think I've met this one yet.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
You looking at those veins in his neck?
And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Cool.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Yep.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Huh.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Neat. Where's the... I'm not at the back of the hospital.
must await, damn it!
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir.
How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year?
Wait,
You have the right to disapprove of our methods.
I think, is this the, no, this is the front of the hospital.
The pain. It's it.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Wow. Woof.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Fair enough.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Okay.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Fair enough.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Blur. Jaw hurt.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
The whomst?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show.
Wait.
With the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Wait, isn't Clay Cox here?
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long. You know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint. Not even criminals.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Oh, I thought he was a priest.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor.
Oh.
I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Is that not a priest?
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Alright, fair enough.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Alright, I'm gonna go try and find, like, actual mission stuff to do instead of talking to every single person I come across. Because, gracious glory, goodness be, there are so many. Alright, back of the hospital seems to be this way. Okay, What's this? Okay. That sounded bad. That's... ending on you. Oh, that's bad. Why do I not? Oh.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Alcohol. Cute. Wait, was I already in here? No.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Interesting. Nothing else in here? Just, that's it? Alright, fair enough. What's on the next floor? Fuck all! Watery rich blood sample? Okay. It's weird, but okay. Watery sturdy blood sample. Okay. I'm up. I'm awake. I'm here. I'm alert. I'm ready for things.
I cannot enter.
Okay. Oh, that was shit. That was an actual vampire, wasn't it? Heck. Where did they go? Spooky.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
No. Hello? A new citizen investigation is available. Press what? To open the what? Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by districts. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with left mouse and then access your map to locate the area to explore. Okay. Huh? Oh, okay. Sam Connor, unknown, type of death, natural, probable cause of death. Doctor, okay.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. It's locked.
You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it and press to directly absorb blood. Hold on. Lister knife. Oh, why you close the doors behind me? I need to see where I've been. Damn it. Oh, for sake. Why would you do this to me? You bastards! That's I forgot to pick up the loot. Okay. Okay. Again. Okay. Where are you shooting?
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger.
I mean,
to drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Oh, right. I can just cheat and teleport up to places. Treatment for fatigue. Cool. Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Nothing else. Just alright. Do 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 do. Oh, for God's sake. Oh good, there's more of them. Okay. Are there more? Kinda sounds like there's more. Itchy. Huh. Let's see. Wait, what's this way? Huh. Oh wait, this is the hospital, isn't it? Doo-doo-doo. I haven't talked to her yet.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Fair enough.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Fair enough.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Okay.
See her again.
Nope, not that way. Oh, wait, that's Brannigan. Brannigan. Wait, she's
are going to reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul.
It's locked, all right.
Belong to you now.
The life veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Who is that?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Fair enough.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Wow, okay.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Fair enough.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time, his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Me.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Okay, diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Howdy.
I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
You need to check the medical status of the citizen. Healing a citizen.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Hello.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Nice, sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Ah! They're mesmerized, level or below. Choose wisely.
From her.
Wrong button.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Why do you have a skull? You weird, creepy man.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Hello, potato.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight. This seems like a decent place to kind of stop, and I am very tired. We will be playing more tomorrow, though, for... No, wrong button. Saints Row the 3rd. So come watch some consequence-free violence as we go blow stuff up. How do I quit out of this game? Let me leave. Why? What? Why? Quit. There we go. Jeez. Why do I have to do all that? Anyway. Okay, cool. I may or may not be watching. Fair enough. Alright, if you can come by, cool. If you can't, also fine. I'll be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Playing for as much as I can. That's my plan. I need to go to bed now. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Helena, for hanging out in chat. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had a good time. And I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. If not, remember to take meds, eat food, drink water, all that good stuff. And please take care of yourselves. And I will see you later. Bye. Bye.